And we are back under the library. So they made the epic mistake of leaving me alone today. And so I get to do it, and I decided to dig beneath the bookcase. And in doing so, I came up with my man here, Clayton Strawn, drummer extraordinaire, local musician. Clayton, thank you so much for being here. How's it going, man?
Thanks for having me, Dale. I appreciate you, man.
Good.
I'm doing great, man.
Let's talk about some music. I'm a drummer, I play bass. I definitely identify with other drummers. So tell me about your background in drumming.
Well, I started in a middle school band. That got me started, and then Christmas of 7th grade got my first drum set.
Nice.
Never really had a conducive place for it till later, but
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't like hearing the banging all night, right?
Yeah, so getting my own place was essential, and now I've got a house with a basement. So
And that's really, the basement is the key. It's a studio, it's the cave, like
Yeah.
it really is the spot.
it makes it happen.
So tell me about your studio. What kind of set do you have? Let's start there.
So I currently have a pork pie drum set.
Oh, sweet.
It's
very sweet.
Sweet drum set. It's a 5-piece kit that I'm playing right now, but I have 2 other shells that I'm not using.
Yeah, naturally. I've got 2 sitting next to my set as well.
I'm just using 2 floor toms, my bass drum, and then I've got 2 snares.
I roll 2 snares as well. I've got a 13 and 14. One I leave open, one I leave closed. I love it. That's a cool setup. What kind of cymbals do you play?
I've been on the Sabian train for a while because I believe firmly in taking care of your players, and the 2-year warranty for me is like huge.
Warranty is key.
Yeah, so I've got AAs, an AA bash ride, 21-inch bash ride.
Nice.
And a couple of AA crashes. I'm only using 1 crash right now. Got splashes and Chinas and stuff, but I'm right now just 21-inch crash. 21-inch ride, 19-inch crash, 14-inch hats.
It's interesting. I've gone through the same phases where like I'll go from 5 crashes to 1 crash, and like I'm convinced that what I'm doing at that time is the right thing to do. So
I want to do it for practicality right now. I'm trying to make my setup take up as little room as possible.
Nice.
And just be quick on and off the stage.
efficiency.
Yeah.
I like that. So you play drums, you're in music theory. Are you in a band?
Yeah, I'm currently in a band called Picture the Waves.
All right, tell me about your band.
Picture the Waves is a couple of friends of mine that I met through Craigslist, actually.
Nice.
I got on Craigslist and found Mike and Drake, and also Diego. We started recording in my basement a couple months ago, and we've got a 3-song demo that should be ready on Bandcamp here pretty soon. One of the tracks is already on Bandcamp,
Nice.
and the other 2 will follow shortly.
Dude, I gotta say, I'm impressed that you actually had any luck on Craigslist. I've never in my life had anyone that was worth anything. Like, they'll talk and email, and I can do this, and I just shred and everything, and like, time to play, and no call, no show.
What kicked me off was one band in specific that was in the list. They're called And So I Watch You From Afar. And they're like a instrumental band from Ireland, I think it is.
Interesting.
And I just saw them open for RX Bandits at the Summit Music Hall.
Oh, nice.
And it was
kind
an
of old
awesome
school.
set. And my really good friend Drake now at the time, who posted this posting, listed them, and I was like, I gotta see what's up with this. And
Yeah, really kind of check his background a bit, see if he's legit.
we did our first jam at the Rocket Space off Larimer.
Cool.
And I walked in, and I wasn't actually auditioning to play drums. I was auditioning to play bass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just broken my arm, so I was trying to rehab my arm playing bass.
So oh wow, that's an interesting story. So at that point, you'd been playing bass. Were you not playing drums at all?
No, I couldn't do it. I was playing
Wow.
one-handed. 'Cause
So-
I had surgery, so
You auditioned one-handed.
yeah, on bass.
That is sick.
And I walked into the room, and I knew the drummer. His
So you
name
have
is-
the connection.
Yeah, his name's Mason, and I was like, oh, sweet. So I felt comfortable.
Right.
I respected the drummer on a drummer to drummer level, so I didn't feel weird, and it worked really well initially.
That is a pretty awesome story, I got to tell you.
Then Mason just kind of wasn't coming around a lot, and I took over on drums when I healed.
And so here you are. You
Yeah.
guys are about to drop something big.
Yeah.
What's your style like? How would you describe yourself?
It's hard for us to put a box around it because we do experiment quite a bit. Like, we've played complete ad-lib shows.
Nice.
Where we've just gone with no set and just played. But it's definitely, there's definitely, rock form. We like to be jazzy sometimes. We like Latin influences. Nothing really
Get a little
holding us
dance
back.
going, get a
We
little
try
rock
to
and
make
roll.
People dance for sure.
Well, that's if it's a dance party for a reason, right?
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
people dancing, you know it's a
Yeah,
party.
Our bass player's name is Diego Flores, and he brings the.
He brings the funk, I bet.
He brings the
right?
funk. And
You
the
guys
vibe.
have any shows coming up?
Right now, we're just working on producing some new material.
Nice.
For our
Filling out
tour.
the set list and everything.
Well, we're planning a tour at the end of this semester when school is done and I have the free time. We're gonna hit the road. We're gonna go east, end up in New Orleans, play our way through
Nice.
Texas, go to New Orleans, then go up through Memphis, St. Louis, and make our way back through Kansas.
I love Memphis so much. Beale Street, it's like holds a special place in my heart, man.
I've
for
never
real.
been to New Orleans, so I'm looking forward to that.
I actually lived there growing up, so for me, it's a little different. I'll love it no matter what, but you know, it's different pre and post Katrina. But for music, you should totally check it out.
Right.
It's very exciting. But speaking of music, this is totally one of my favorite times of the year because so much is getting announced. You know, tickets are going sale every Friday. It's a really exciting time. So with that in mind, we got John Q over here to the rescue. He's going to tell us a lot more about some summer planning.
Thanks guys. Clay, that is awesome, man. So check it out. It might seem a bit early to be making summer plans, but major music festivals around the globe are announcing lineups and selling tickets fast. Be sure to check out some of these killer fests and get your camping gear ready because there are some serious throwdowns in the works. First, we have the Lock-In Festival in Arrington, Virginia. Lock-In runs from August 23rd to August 26th and has already announced its 4-day schedule. Check out this awesome lineup, guys. We have Lettuce, Humphreys and Cowler, not to mention 2 nights of Dead and Company. Next, let's check out Backwards and Mulberry Mountain, located in scenic Ozark, Arkansas. When you get Tribe, Grizz, Spankolicious, and local favorites and Squabby all in the same lineup, you know you're in for a real dance party. And oh yeah, it's on 420 weekend. If you're more of a rock and roller, head on down to Atlanta May 4th through the 6th for Shaky Knees. The lineup is so sick, you're gonna have Jack White heading Friday, Queens of Stone Age and headlining Saturday, and Tenacious Freaking D on Sunday, not to mention Cake, Fleet Foxes, Jimmy Eat World, and so many other awesome bands. This one definitely seems worth the trip. So finally guys, let's take a trip to Chillicothe, Illinois for Summer Camp Music Festival. I don't even know where to begin on this one. The lineup is amazing and getting better. To start, you have 3 days on Humphreys, McGee, and Moe. Then add Diplo, Tippler, Beats Antique, Cowler, Lettuce, Big Something, and Sun Stereo into the mix and you get straight up Magics. Yeah, Magics. I don't know about you, but this sounds like a crazy way to spend Labor Day weekend. What do you guys think?
It's gonna be sick, dude. Speaking of Big Something, those are my friends, dude. They play at the Ride Festival, which is my fiance's dad's festival in Telluride. They're gonna have
tell me about that.
Big Something. It's a great time out there in Town Park. Mid-July.
Mid-July.
Every
Is that
summer.
2 days or 3?
It's 2 days.
2 days. Nice. And they've had some big names in the past. Who's
Yeah.
been there?
Well, this year it's gonna be Joe Russo's Almost Dead.
Nice.
And she's, like I mentioned, Big Something, Sheryl Crow, Grace Potter. Previously, they've had Pearl Jam, Cake, I mean, you name it.
Those are seriously big acts right there. That's a good show. It's interesting you say Sheryl Crow because I've noticed her on, she's on Lock-In. She's actually doing more that jam bluegrass scene. That's pretty cool. She's picked up the bass recently and really rolled with it, which is, it's great for a person in that stage of their career to actually find new outlets that they're into.
I mean, it was wild seeing Pearl Jam a year ago because, I mean, I grew up on that stuff and I didn't know really how it was going to go, and they really brought it, and I mean, it blew me away.
You know, it's funny you bring that. I'm not going to show it on screen here, but I have a Pearl Jam tattoo on my foot. Yeah, that's a true story. Yeah, I went to their 25th and 20th anniversary, and like I love Pearl Jam. I'm really impressed because I remember seeing that last year. Like that's a big pull. They're really, you know, they have their own station on Sirius right now. They have, they're on the Nugs.net app. They're killing it, man. For dudes that have been in it for 25 years.
Yeah, they are.
Just lighting it on fire.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's try this. Let's play a game. Okay. I'm going to bring up a subject and you just tell me what's on your mind. All right.
Okay, cool.
So question. We'll do it in question format.
Okay.
We'll start. We'll just go. We'll see where it lands us. Who knows? It might be good. Might be terrible. Who is your favorite all-time wrestler? Wrestler.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake. Why?
Because my brother had a snake growing up, and my dad had a mullet, and
So yeah, it was written in
we'd put
stone.
the snake on, and we'd go out, and people would literally ask this man for his autograph. It was too good to be true.
Right, so he's got like the year-long Halloween costume going on.
It was great.
Nice, killer. So you're all primed up. It's about midnight in Denver. Where do you go to eat?
Midnight, Breakfast King.
Breakfast King, what do you get?
The special, man. The special comes with the juice. It's everything you need, and it's affordable.
And the juice. The juice is loose, so you better watch out, right? Okay, so what's your favorite venue in Denver? There's so many, there's music every night of the week. What's your favorite venue? And I guess for you, what's your favorite venue to play, and what's your favorite venue to attend as a listener?
Well, let's just say that, of course, we live in the midst of one of the greatest venues in the world at Red Rocks. That's a
Absolutely.
given, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper. I mean, I love going to the Larimer Lounge.
That's a
it's
cool
a little,
spot.
It's a little grimy, but they've got great sound in there.
They do. I've seen, and they get some decent polls. I've seen Ballyhoo out there. I've seen who else? I've seen some other kind of reggae type groups out there that you wouldn't really expect at a smaller venue, but they really do.
They've got
bring in
bumping
good
sound on stage. I did a hip hop show there where I played drums with a local Ryan Allen, and we opened for They. They're a hip hop touring right now. It was an awesome show.
Nice.
And then I love the Bluebird Theater. They've got killer sound on stage too. I mean, really, you can't go wrong out here. There's just a lot of great venues.
Yeah, it's like really a matter of opinion once you get to a certain level, right?
Yeah.
So, let's see. So, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is I Heart Huckabees.
Okay, and I gotta know why on that. That was totally unexpected.
That movie's got really terrible reviews, I think, but deep down is a lot deeper. If you take it at surface value, it's kind of not, it doesn't make very much sense. But I think that there's some really deep hidden messages about humanity embedded in the movie.
Dude, that's really cool. I did not expect that at all. That's why we do this. So, final question, what are you listening to right now?
Honestly, R.I.P. Lil Peep. I've been listening to a lot of Lil Peep lately. In addition to that, I've been listening to a lot of Cuban music and Brazilian music because of my world music class.
Nice.
And I'm trying to get a little bit more well-rounded on my rhythms and my patterns.
That is a good way to do it. They, timing-wise, are all over the place, so you really get a good feel for signatures we just don't use in the United
Yeah,
States
that's
so
just
much.
what's going on in my head right now.
Nice. Well, dude, I really, really appreciate you coming today. It's really been a good time.
For sure.
You got social media or anything you want to plug?
Definitely check out Picture the Waves. We've got our music coming out, Picture the Waves on Bandcamp. Also check out Ryan Allen, who I mentioned I play hip hop drums for. And other than that, I mean, that's about it. I try to stay low key.
Cool, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
You take it easy, and we are Under the Library.